Hi everyone, it's Michelle here. You may notice that I have a little bit of a exclamation point if I need to point to anything in particular that I'm showing you. I did hurt my thumb, had a bit of an accident, and so it's nearly better, but it looks a bit yucky and manky in there, so I covered it up with a fresh bandage so that it wouldn't be quite so gross if you're looking at my books. It may come in handy as a pointer if I need to show you something later, but hopefully I'll be back to normal soon with a really normal functioning hand. I have wanted to share with you a couple of things that I have made, and they are the progression of some journals that I started making a couple of years ago, I think. And I started out with this, my Shabby Scrappy Journal, and I'm sure that there's a video that showed these quite some time ago. I think it might be 2 or 3 years ago, and I started making them, and the first one I think I made was this larger size, and it was laid up with some of the baking paper that I dye with, and it's all dyed with tea or coffee. And then I had just made pockets and tea dyed papers and tucks, and that's a little paper bag, all that kind of thing. So these, I did sell some of these, so some, there are a few of these out, and they went out around the world, which was really exciting, and I managed to keep one for myself. So that was that one. And then when I was tidying up, I found I had another one that I hadn't finished, so I might have to finish that. That's just the same, only thing is I had put a ruffle on it when I started doing a lot of ruffling. The next batch that I did was a smaller batch, and it was very similar, but just in the 4x6 size, and I made quite a lot of these and sold these at the local market that I went to. I'm not sure, I can't actually remember if I ever sold any of these online, but they were just much more just a little notebook that you could just tuck around, and I had managed to keep 2 of those for myself, more probably by accident than good planning, but that was the second lot. At Christmas I did quite a few of these, and I sold quite a lot, and I did a bit of stamping in them and made different variations of them. They were predominantly they were all gifts for ladies, so it was quite a lot of ladies stamping. And so I decided to do one for myself and just use up a little bit of Christmas. I didn't do any Christmas crafts virtually, and so this was just about it. And I plan to do Christmas. Hopefully I might start doing Christmas next month, because otherwise it's just too late. So this is the Shabby Scrappy version, but it's the Christmas version. So I just did got some lovely vintagey Christmas images to tuck throughout, and then I added sort of the next stage of decorating to these ones that I sell. So these ones are kind of like ready for people to decorate how they want to, and then for this was how I took it to the next level. So I did a bit of layering, did a bit more, brought a bit more colour into it. That's an envelope just been cut at the top, and a little bit of cheesecloth and a tab, music. I kind of went a bit mad with the ruffles at the end of last year, so I made about a lot of ruffles. So I have got ruffles in a box here. Don't know what I'm going to do with them all. Another envelope that I had inked up, and that was just a stock standard envelope that I tucked a pretty little image into. I thought she was just darling, so she just sat there by herself. This is a piece of that baking paper that I use when I dye my papers. I use baking paper in between the layers, and so this one I had just kept and used, and I just added this lady a little bit of sparkle to her. A little seam binding, another little tuck, paper bag with Christmas list, lots of room to write whether you're being naughty or nice. This one was this is another little book just used up. Pulled out all my Christmas stamps. This was when I decided to keep all my Christmas stamps together, because it's much easier to use them all then. So, oops, lost something there. And these are blank, because one day I might put photos in and write on them. But that's a little Tim Holtz ticket stamp. And then this is another one of the envelopes that's gone through. And what I did was, because I didn't want the junky mail, I wanted to keep the book all in the same toning, so I just cut the window open and then put down some nice book pages there just to cover it up so you didn't see it, because actually you can probably see on that side it's all blue, but I wanted through the window to be prettier. So I chose that this tag certifies that I was nice. You live in hope. And there is another one, little more ruffles, another bit of a envelope, and you can see the shape of the envelope. I had to just cut the top off and just left that natural shape there with some different printables there. And then a little girl. Oh, this is a double pocket, so there's a top pocket there and a little pocket there. Another little book for writing some stories in. And then at the back, yeah, that's all I done. So that got me to use up my stamps a bit better, and so I had a nice play. I enjoyed making that one. So then I decided to make another one, and I made a more of a dressmaker one, and I'll just let me put this in, but this kind of got a little bit bigger. It is still the same construction, that it is one signature, but it just went, I don't know, I just got carried away. Once I'd started making things, it was out of hand. So the cover is actually made from a piece of a tea-dyed card, and then I had a piece that baked darker, and I darkened that up for the spine, so you can see the two colours there. And then I've got the layered with this lovely vintage lady, a ruffle made with Dressmaker pattern tissue, and then I've got the tie closure here. I couldn't close it, so I put the tie closure on it, and then I just made a little charm with the buttons and a sewing machine and a thread and some scissors, a little dress. That's about it, and some keys. I love the little coat hanger. So that was that one. So then in here, I just did a whole pile of sort of sewy things. So it started out the same, but it just kind of got carried away. This I thought was really cute. I found this online, and it is just cut so that it will fold up exactly, but of course it would have had needles in it, but it hasn't got any needles in it. But I thought it would be such a lovely place to put a picture in the middle and then just write about that picture all the way around. I cut a slither of a cut there so that it will tuck in there. And then what have I got in here? A little pattern that I found online as well, and that had the front and the back. So I made a little pocket so it had the same sort of look to it that you get on a sewing pattern. And then I just made a little sewing tag, and that just goes in there. A little sewing book. I don't actually remember what I do in here. Oh, it's just a little one with some stamped pieces. This is a little tag. These ones come from, I think it might, I can't think where that stamp set's from to be, so that won't help much. If you want to know what that stamp set is, I'll have a look it up and see if I can find it. Another vintage sewing pattern image there. This is a gorgeous stamp that I've got. And then I just made a pocket here, and I made it as a double pocket, so it's got a tuck on either side, and then I just put the sewing pattern ruffle all the way down there, and then there's some little tea-dyed papers to tuck in there. So the vintage sewing postcards that were around at that time, I've backed them all with tea-dyed card to make them look interesting. This is music paper, of course, and some little tags that are blank on the back for writing on. These two, ooh, I can't remember where I got them from. I think that most of the things that I've downloaded I've put onto the Pinterest page. If not, that might be because I've purchased them and if they were one of the purchased kits, that was from Snap Click Supply, so I'll put a link to that below as well. This is just some seam binding. The seam binding I use is the same as every time I use it, which is Hug Snug seam binding, and then I've dyed it in lots of, so it's with a few different dyes, so it's got a lovely variegated colour. More tags, a couple of envelopes that just folded all the way through, and to get that vintagey look I just covered up the postage there. And then there's a little tuck here. These little tags were made with from a French book that I tea-dyed to give me some French language tags. This is a nice big card for writing on or putting a picture on. All the lace I dyed in various colours of tea and coffee, and also some you can get different variations of colour with different teas. I think that might have been, not sure which tea that was. I know that I've dyed some things pink with some pink and strawberry and raspberry tea. So just worth, it's, if you like tea dyeing, it's worth just having a play with a whole pile of them. So another card, more of a ruffle. I'm kind of obsessed with these ruffles that I've got lying around everywhere, so I had to put some in. And then in here, a little book, a little tag, and that's again a double pocket, so you can hide something at the back. And then you can, it's quite snug, but you can get her in. Put the picture in there, like that. Another tuck, little, oh, this was a paper bag that I folded, so I've got a tuck here, and a tuck there. I don't think there's anything in that. No. This was a really cute stamp. I've had this for a long time. It's a little material list, so I thought that that suited the book. And I just include any stamps that I've got that are ladies and sewing and things like that. So lovely sewing machine. This is one of those little books I make out of one sheet of paper, and then I just stamped throughout it and put that together. So there's a tutorial on my website somewhere for that book. Can't remember. Is that where it came from? It's a little Kaiser Craft stamp there. Oh, I can't remember half of what I put in here. Yeah, some more paper. Little envelope with man's button card inside. This is the middle pocket, and in here I've just got a couple of papers and tags in there. Sorry. Again, oh, this was an image that I loved. I love that great white sewing machine, and it's the sewing machine in the world, the most durable. So I turned that into a little booklet. Same again, more tags, and I love the little window there that you can get the, put it so that the little picture sits there. This is definitely an online thing that I found, and I've put that on my Pinterest page, and it just printed out, and it cuts to shape to give you that little pocket, which is so sweet. That's the other side of that paper bag. Boom boom. That is from Snap Click Supply, so I'll definitely put that link down below. And then more papers. Another little postcard. Little teeny tiny tuck there. My ruffles. Well, we're getting bored yet. This book's going on so long. I didn't realise it was this big. It's going on for ages. Stuck that back in there. Oh no, do I want that there? Let's put that there. Sorry. It's not so easy to make my thumb work. Here we go. And aren't they sweet? These are all on the Pinterest, on my Pinterest. It's the freebie printables page, I think. So they're just lovely, lovely ladies. little tuck spot down the bottom, and another gorgeous image. And then just tucked in the back I had a couple of tags. The Tim Holtz, this is the Tim Holtz die cut, and I had covered it with some hessian, so I was just doing a little bit of an experiment. And I don't think there's anything in here at all. No. I'm going to have to find something because I made a little envelope out of some old paper. So that's my little book. Oh no, it's not. Look, there's a whole thing here. What's this? Oh yes. Just a whole lot of index cards and tags to go in the back there. Is it going to close? And then she ties back up. I like my charm just to dangle down there. Sorry, I'm probably going, oh yes, I'm going way off, aren't I? Okay, let me get my hands back into place. Yeah, so that's my last one. So that's my progression of my my simple. I started off as my simple shabby scrappy that went to the next stage to Christmas to ladies. They got going a bit full. So that was a lot of fun taking that progression. Excuse my my voice, it is starting to go with all the talking. So yeah, I just wanted to show you those. That's my my latest, and wanted to get back and make a video before I forgot how to do it. And yeah, so I hope you're all well, my friends. It's been a pretty tough time out there in the world, so I hope you're all safe, and please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.